So here we are in Chapter 2, and we're going to be making the base art quilt for the mixed media work that you're going to be putting on top of it.
That's right, yes.
So, yeah, what do you do to get started?
Well, we start off with 5 samples of fabric, and I tend to use cotton and silk because they're my favourite. And as long as the fabric doesn't have a stretch in it or it hasn't got a pile to it, it's fine. So I've got silks and I've got all these wonderful quilting cottons that they have out there.
And you're going to be doing a reverse applique process?
Yes.
So cutting away. What's the most number of layers you've actually layered for doing this?
I've actually done about 8, but it's really a waste of time going that far because even with 5, which we've got here, sometimes you don't, the colour, I'm into balance in colour, and the colour doesn't always look right in a certain layer, so I skip that one. So sometimes I can only maybe only use 2 or 3, which I'm happy with, but the more you use, it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be more successful. So I'd stick to about 5, and then you've got some choice. So this is the piece we're going to start with. We've stacked all the 5 layers together, and we're going to machine stitch in a circle, sort of going round and round. And I tend not to keep the circles even, just to make it more interesting. I give them sort of odd shapes. So we'll go over to the machine now and start stitching. Glasses time. I've put a dark thread in here just so that you can see the stitching a little clearer.
Does it matter what you have in the bobbin?
No, not really, no. So, up we go. And it doesn't matter that you don't do very good circles. I mean, I'm terrible for not doing even circles or straight lines. So.
What kind of foot are you using?
It's just a polyester thread.
Oh, I mean a foot.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
A 24, an open-toed one.
For free motion, obviously.
That's right. So, if you can see, I'm not doing any even circles. They're just going around. Just going to speed up a bit now. And then I just finished the last one in a complete circle. So that's the piece done.
Oh, okay.
So
it is a little bit, it is nice and wonky.
Yeah, skew-whiff.
It's what?
An English term, skew-whiff.
I've never heard of it.
Cockeyed. I don't know.
Now, does it matter that, do you have to have certain points touching, or?
No,
no,
not at all, because if you look at all these ones, they're all completely different. So, Pokey, if you want to start cutting one, and as I say, there's 5 layers. So if you cut the top layer, you're going to get this colour showing. If you go down to the second layer, you'll get a different colour, and you just keep on going. So you need your fine, pointed embroidery scissors.
Oh, I've cut through 2 layers.
That doesn't matter. You can go... It doesn't matter what order you cut them through. The other thing I should tell you is leave yourself maybe about 1/8 of an inch. The closer you go to the stitch, the more the fabric might fray and come away. So, but you're fine.
Okay.
So we'll just cut these out.
Now, are you going to add further stitch on top of this once you've cut everything out, or?
When we lay it on the background fabric, yes, we need to stitch it down. So that's the first layer. So on this next one, I'm going to go down probably 2 layers. You can do 1 at a time, or you can maybe do 2 together. So
yes, I'm accidentally doing 2 together.
Oh, that's fine. Or even 3 together if your scissors take it. It depends how much of a hurry I'm in. So.
Now, would you ever? I know you said you primarily use silks and cottons, but it would be kind of fun for the reverse applique, or maybe it would be an accident, maybe it wouldn't work out, is to use velvet at all? Because I know you use velvet in your work.
Velvet would be wonderful, but I think you might have to get a cotton velvet, one that doesn't move around too much.
Yeah, you wouldn't want like a panny velvet because it would stretch.
No. In fact, that's got me going on an idea now.
You're welcome. Anytime, Beryl.
So I'm going to go to number 3 now. Keeping us quiet, this, isn't it?
Yes. And I noticed that you use a lot of batik fabrics.
Oh, I love batik fabrics. I go to the shows and I buy stacks and stacks of them.
I've noticed, I've seen you at shows.
You've seen me do that, yeah.
You're weighed down by them. What is it about batiks that you find suitable for your work?
I think it's probably the colours and, you know, like this one's got hearts on it. It's so in your face, but batik ones like this are so subtle. You know, I just love them.
And your end game is to make sure that all of those 5 layers that you've stacked and have sewn are showing at some point.
Well, yes, you can do, but as I say, you can work with 3. Say if you've got one, like I don't particularly like that heart one, so normally what I do is I'd skip that one and just keep doing the other layers.
Okay.
You can always look underneath at the layers you've got, you know, and think, well, why did I put that one in? I'm not going to use that one, which is that one, I think. So, and it's also a good way of using some of the fabrics that you detest, you know, and you don't know why you bought them in the first place.
Well, you don't throw anything away.
No. That's the bane of my husband's life, I think. I've got huge bags of stuff stored, and I know as soon as I throw it away, I'll want it. So, but I'm getting better. How are you doing?
I'm doing really well. I think it would be great to see what some of these look like when they're completely done.
Okay. And the other thing I should mention as well, I forgot that, try and make sure you haven't got 2 the same.
You want to make sure that, so you would cut this other layer down because you don't, right.
Yeah, because that's too much of one colour in one area.
On one side, okay.
So you need to cut again. So, have you had enough of that? Do you want to move on?
Oh, yeah, I think it would be good to see what the next step might be.
Okay, right. So this would be the finished piece where you've cut all the layers away. So now, if you'd like to do it, Pokey, we need to cut this into quarters so that it looks like these.
And we're just going to eyeball it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
okay.
Don't measure, yeah.
To just 4 equal squares, okay.
That's it. That's great. So this is the fun part. You have all these now that are the same. So what you need to do is when you're going to place them on your background, oops, get it right, on your background fabric, which is this, which is just another piece of cotton, and I've laid it on, excuse me, laid it on top of felt or batting. So now you need to rearrange them so it looks like that one.
Okay.
So do you want to help me do this?
Sure.
So there's that one.
But you want them to make sure they form
The
4
circle.
circles, so I
That's
wouldn't want
right.
to go like that. Oh, actually, that would be kind of interesting.
Well, yes, you'd probably
do
get
variation on that.
See, there we are. There we go again. So that's that one. So it's forming the circle again. So there we are, that one.
So each of these 4 sandwiches have a different look and layer on top.
Yeah, so that's like a finished one there.
Oh, nice. So once this is all put together, obviously you're going to have to stitch them down somehow.
Yeah, yeah.
And do you tend to pin
Oh, look what we've done there.
Oh, mistake, sorry.
Oops.
My bad. But then that happens.
Right. So if you put that one, put that one there, and that one there, we've got a wrong one there, and that's...
There we go.
Hang on, we'll get there.
And you pin them down?
Yes.
Okay.
So that's it. Does that make sense?
It does.
So I just quickly put a pin in it, or I suppose you can use these adhesive sprays, can you?
You could. I would. That's right. I mean, I probably. I'm one who is lazy, and I like to work quickly and get on the sewing machine. So I tend to use one of those temporary spray adhesives.
Okay. Let's try that. I've not really tried using that.